Scarred music on location for Jack Frost BBN. Behind me right now, the march is happening. Hear the noise. So far it's a peaceful protest, I believe so. Hold on a minute. So I guess there's a march going on right now. People still not happy with the government.
BBN, forgot my hat. BBN. Oh man, yo, I'm late. I was doing stuff. BBN Jack Frost, what's up, party people? I hope everybody's having a beautiful night. So before we even go into anything, we had a member of our community that is in Chile, and they wanted to bring some attention to the situation that's happening down there. I told them to send me some footage. They sent me some footage. Of course, we're gonna play the footage. Pray for Chile, for the situations that's happening down there. And let's hope any kind of any type any kind of accidents could be mitigated. I don't want to speak like there's an assumption that people are gonna do evil to other people, but let's hope any kind of situations is mitigated, any kind of actions, and nobody gets hurt. And if I don't know, I'm just lost for words, to be honest with you. To be honest, so today we're gonna be talking about a couple of different things going on in our communities. For one, we're gonna run the Chile clip again. He sent me a little bit more stuff. Send me more stuff about Chile. If you get an opportunity to speak to, and hold the camera sideways, please. Okay, stop it. Okay, you're holding the phone like this. Hold the damn phone like this, please. That's one. And definitely I would if you could ask other people how they feel about the situation that's going down there. Please don't try to solve any crimes. I'm just saying, if you just have people down there also that that could give us a better understanding of what's going on, just ask them and send that footage to me. I'd be more than happy to help bring some light to the particular situation that's happening. Like I'm trying to say, look, at the end of the day, this channel right here is for the people. We've always been for the people. That's what we've always been. So I want to bring more content like that over here. I know that it's not going to be some people's can of worms, but at the end of the day, we need to always shine a light where the light needs to be shined. Anyway, I don't mean to say anyway like that, but that's my transition. So also, I have some people that's gonna call in that actually went on the trips to DR today. I also want to speak about you got to get them on camera when you speak to them, by the way. I also want to speak about the whole NYPD against hip hop situation. I think that that's important. I think that that's something that we need to bring light to. I think that's a discussion that we need to have. I think too often we don't pay attention to when our communities is under attack. And sometimes when we consider a community under attack, we don't consider that community part of our community, so we turn a blind eye. And what I'm saying is that we need to stop turning a blind eye to any corruption. If there's corruption, we need to be paying attention to that corruption, and we need to be holding the people who is involved in that corruption accountable. Criminals are supposed to do criminal shit. They're criminals, okay? They go to jail, they serve their time, they come back out. It is what it is. But the police, the politicians, the people that are supposed to do their jobs, that's supposed to make the streets safe, the people that are supposed to do their jobs, that's supposed to make sure that we have clean water. What's up over there, Flint, Michigan? The people that are supposed to do their jobs to make sure that the schools are safe. What's up, every single which one of those cities that have school shootings? People want to speak about whatever they want to speak about the colored community, but honestly, when was the last time you seen a school that was predominantly black, school that predominantly Puerto Rican, inner city school? That's a better way to put it, because it's not about color. It's more about the restrictions that some individuals have. We should probably have those same restrictions should be more worldwide, or or they should be lifted altogether. It's not about color. I just want to make that clear. But if you look at where school shootings happen, school shootings rarely ever happen in urban communities. That's just a fact. That's not me trying to pit anything against anything else. That's a fact. So we wanna have that discussion. Maybe we'll have a couple of people call in, and we could talk about that. But first, we led the show off talking about Chile. Scarred, are you by your IG? I'm about to hit you on IG. I want you to come on. I want you to come on, and I want you to give us a real quick recap about what's happening down there in Chile. So I'm about to hit you on your IG. I hope you're ready. And just just so we complete clear, if there's something happening in your city and you would like for me to cover it on this channel, and it's somewhere where you're at, take some footage and speak to me, and then we can see what we can do. Okay? So let's go and hit Scarred up real quick. What's up, my brother? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you? It's an honor to speak with you right now.
It's an honor to speak to you, my brother. We all human. So, what's going on down there? Can you give us a little bit of insight of what's going on down there? And turn down so I don't get no feedback when I speak.
Okay. Okay. So for 30 years, when Chile became a democracy, people still have wanted changes. For example, the pensions here, people working all their lives, they're getting about $60 US a month.
I don't know what the
minimum wage
exchange rate
is
is.
a joke.
I don't know what the exchange rate is, but that has to be pretty low, I'm assuming.
Oh, it's very low. Me, being raised in America, I produce and do things. So, I get my money from the state. So I'm not directly affected as far as the financial crisis, so to speak. But it all started basically, they raised the Metro card for by 4 cents, which wasn't really a big deal, but students decided to protest, and that was, I guess you could say, the spark that lit the fire that's been building for 30 years. And government kind of started it because there's been a lot of weird things happening, like when the subways were bombed and whatnot. The metro system was closed, and when things are closed, everything's closed, locked down, and guarded. Yet somehow
you
somebody
skip past
throws
something.
sheet metal.
You skip past something. Hold on one second. I remember where you're at. The subways was bombed.
Well, they threw sheet metal in, which caused a huge explosion once it hit like the electric current, and a subway was passing. No one knows how that subway was passing. The metro system was closed. It was at night. It doesn't operate 24/7.
Okay.
The energy building was burnt. The news is trying to say that somebody threw a Molotov cocktail, yet it was on the 11th floor. The 11th floor.
They say they threw it up to the 11th floor?
Also, no one was injured. That's the narrative they're trying to spin. So the police and the government have been, masquerading as protesters, starting this chaos, which spread into this movement where it's called Despierta Chile, which means wake up Chile, to all the injustices. There are injustices, but the problem is, within these riots, there's people doing it for all different causes. There's people who are peacefully protesting, which I support. There's people who are getting drunk and are just causing chaos just to cause chaos.
They're having a party.
And it's a shame. There's people, just looting and stealing, kind of like what I remember during Hurricane Katrina. So there's people, just setting fires, not because they believe in the political cause, but just because they want to go out and cause destruction. They want the president to resign. I don't know what they think that will fix, because I think this is a global issue. I mean, there are injustices all around the world, and I never thought this would happen in Chile, to be honest with you. But I can get people on camera. The only thing is, a lot of people here don't speak English, so I'll have to. Hopefully, the audience is bilingual. I can also translate for you as well. But a lot of people here, their English skills aren't very good, so there's that. But there's no problem getting people on camera,
All right. Well, I appreciate you, my brother. Look. What did I tell you? You told me about it. I said, if you send me the stuff, I'll be more than happy to put it up. Man of my word.
I appreciate that.
If you get any more stuff, send it to me. I'll be more than happy to put it up. That's a whole fact. You already know.
Fact. I got you. And I'll be sending in more footage. I also need you to send me an email, because I have longer footage that IG won't let me send past like a minute.
Wait, hold on. You're right here, right? Check this out. This is how I do it. I don't play these games. There you go. Sent.
Got you. All right.
Appreciate you, my brother. You're doing God's work out there.
I appreciate you.
Later.
You are too, my man.
All right, so one of the main reasons why I wanted to do that, we had a young man come in here yesterday. And the young man said that his name is Scarred Music. He's a musician. He came in here yesterday, and he basically was talking about the situation that was happening down in Chile. He wanted to know how much of it that I know. I didn't know that much about it. I informed him that if he got me some footage, or if he could talk about it, I'd be more than happy to bring it to the show. Yeah, I have to understand, this is the BBN Network. When you come in here and you participate, and you're a part of what we're doing over here, we're all community. We're supposed to care about one another. I don't know what anybody else is doing anywhere else. I only know what I'm doing and what I'm hoping everybody else is doing. We're supposed to care about one another. Okay, so we're gonna move on from that real quick, if y'all don't mind, and I'm gonna show a real quick clip of something else real quick, and then I'm gonna get somebody on the jack, and we're gonna discuss the situation with the raffle that we're gonna be having. It's pardon me, let's not even call it a raffle. It's gonna be a giveaway that we're gonna be having, and so I'm gonna have somebody on the phone. We're gonna talk to a couple of people that have actually participated in these trips that we're gonna be giving away. So check this out right now, and then I'm coming right back.
You can get touched, bro. They can come up right now and just start jumping at us. We shooting back here. It's gonna be a shootout, bro. But we gotta kill somebody.
Listen to Shotty's voice. As you can obviously tell, he is upset. Now, what a lot of people might not forget is that there was actually transcripts of this. There was actually transcripts of this that was actually released. I forgot whose documents they were in. I was trying to look for them. I couldn't find them. But there was transcripts of this. BBN Network, we're back. So obviously we have a giveaway that we've been talking about. I just showed you a little bit of clip of how it looks out there. And on the phone today we have Gladys. How you doing, Gladys?
I'm good.
Excellent. Okay, so you've actually went out there on this particular trip before, correct?
Yes.
And you mind telling us about, your experience?
Well, all I can say, it was the best experience of my life.
Wait, hold on. Before we go any further, how was the food?
It was amazing. I had the tenderest chicken I ever ate in my life.
That's dope.
Everything was really delicious.
And because I know that there's people that they're scared. They're like, oh man, there's a whole bunch of individuals going out to DR and there's a problem with the alcohol, even though that problem doesn't seem to exist anymore because we're not hearing about anything happening. Like that was all like a 6, 7, 8 months ago thing. This is not a thing happening right now.
Right.
But when you went out,
it was an isolated incident.
What you was gonna say?
I said it was an isolated incident.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
where you were at. What I'm trying to say is the resort you was at. How were you treated?
Like royalty. I felt like a celebrity. I'm like, this is what rich, famous people feel like.
Okay. And I'm assuming you went on a couple of the excursions.
Yes. We went to Paradise Island. And we did some scuba diving. It was shallow scuba diving. And we got on a speedboat and went about 20 minutes into the middle of the ocean. And all of a sudden, these huts appeared out of nowhere. And it was a beautiful, beautiful image. Everybody was so nice. And we only spent a little time out there, but it was definitely a great experience. They were feeding some of the fish. So we got to, go underwater and watch that. And we also went horseback riding.
Interesting.
Yeah, we walked along the beach.
Wait, hold on. So I see them beds out there, like the beds. People be laying in them beds?
Yeah. We actually had lunch one afternoon in the beds right on the beach.
Okay, so this is the question. Is people having sex in these beds?
We didn't see it, but I'm sure it's happened. We did not see it.
Okay, because I wanted to know if it was just like a round robin type of situation. Like, people throw blindfolds on and whatever bed they bump into.
Perhaps maybe at night, but we were there during the day.
Okay. I just. Oh man, yo, just imagine somebody's out there like, this is the best sex we ever had, and then you turn over, you're like, oh, who are you? Oh man, I'm supposed to be in bed 18. This is bed 16. That'd be a big problem. Anyway, is this something that you would want to do again? I'm curious.
Oh, we already have it planned for next October. You kidding me?
And when you say we, who you speaking of? Who you went with?
My husband and I, and we went with Charles, a friend Charles.
Okay, so for everybody that don't know, that's the individual who is running the whole entire show. This is
right.
Yes, Charles has been the one that has been going down there for 10 years now. This is not anything new. Mm-hmm. He's not new to this. He knows the people where we're going. He knows everything about. And at any time did you feel like you were threatened?
No, the opposite.
Okay, excellent. So before I let you go, what was your favorite thing there? I'm just curious.
I have to choose. My goodness. I don't know. It was just like a little piece of heaven to me. I was like, this cannot be real. Everything was great. All the people were wonderful to me. Everybody was just so kind and willing to just go out of their way to do everything for you. And when I say they treated us like royalty, they literally treated us like royalty. So all of it. Although I will say, I was able to go get a massage in the outside hut and a pedicure. So that was definitely a highlight. I was a little afraid of the horses, so I enjoyed it, but it was one of my fears I wanted to get over. But just generally, overall, just the atmosphere.
Okay, definitely. Thank you for calling in. Appreciate you.
You're welcome. No problem.
Okay, good night.
All right, have a good night. Bye.
Yeah, so I just want to take a real quick second because we have to plug the giveaway. So every show we're gonna have to plug the giveaway, and we're gonna have more and more people call in that's actually experienced this stuff. So everybody can get more of an understanding about what's going on as far as this is concerned. Anyway, I see y'all talking about 6ix9ine and y'all talking about CEO Chris. So we can get right into that conversation because this is open discussion. So we're gonna basically be talking about what you guys want to talk about. I'm gonna be there on the 18th. It is what it is. CIA, wait, see who's CIA Chris 3.0? Who's that? Wait, what's the 3.0 for? I'm curious. Did somebody fill me in? I just want to know. What's the 3.0 for? Yes, I'm going to be there on the 18th. I'm going to show up to court. I'm going to show up to all the court dates. That's a fact. I do not run the internet, but I appreciate the sentiment, I guess. I think that person is trying to call me CIA Chris 3.0, to be honest with you. I think it's a jab at me. I don't know. I don't have the slightest idea. I don't know. I'm scared. I had that one brownie. I'm scared of them shits. Like I was like, what the hell? Yeah. Yeah. No. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen, right? Real quick. I'm just gonna say this one time and then we're gonna move on because I'm not gonna keep talking about this. But I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. I'm going, period. So when we go there, no matter if people go the first time, how many people go the first time or not, I'm going, period. So then what are y'all going to say when I'm going live in DR with the 1 or 2 people, depending on how many people actually play? What are you going to say then? So I don't even care. Talk about what you want to talk about. Oh yeah, shit. I forgot about that shit. yeah, so let's just dude, if you want to trick people, you can trick people all you want, but you're not gonna be. What are you gonna do when it gets proven? Like, all you're gonna be doing is giving me more credibility. So shout out to you. Oh man, that's all you're gonna be doing is giving me more credibility. I didn't see anybody that deserved to get kicked. Hold on, I gotta look for something real quick. So, as far as with this whole CEO Chris's thing is concerned, CIA Chris, once again, I don't know how much more clear I could be about this, but once again, I'm not trying to take nothing away from what 6ix9ine did. I'm not trying to act like 6ix9ine didn't get on that stand and point out people and say people names and everything else, because he did. So I'm not trying to say that that didn't happen. All I'm saying is, let's not minimize other people. Let's not act like the things that other people did didn't happen. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying nothing else other than that. Huh. I don't got it there. I got the clip on my phone. Copy. All right, so I get it out the phone. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying let's not act like, cause I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. I'm gonna tell you what happens. You want to know why you got people out here that snitch on the guys 3 and 4 times? I'm gonna tell you why you got people on here that snitched on guys 3 and 4 times. The government know what they doing. The government needed 6ix9ine to get on the stand. You want to know why the government needed 6ix9ine to get on the stand? I know y'all gonna be pissed off at me when I say this, because I wouldn't be surprised if the government is in here watching this. But you want to know? No, I'm not. I don't want nothing to do with homeboy. I don't know. That dude said I was on drugs. I'm not on drugs. I don't want nothing to do with homeboy. Please just leave me alone. I don't want to talk to that other dude. I don't want to talk to people that hate on me. Period. I don't got time for it. So let him stay over there doing whatever he doing. I don't never want to talk to him. That's a whole fact. I don't never want to talk to him. I don't never want to see him. Leave it at that. So I'm going to tell you what the government does. I'm going to tell you exactly what the government does. The government knows that if they bring CEO Chris out, and CEO Chris is the main witness, that CEO Chris can't work for them no more. The government knows that if they bring CEO Chris out, right? And CEO Chris has to explain what happened, and CEO Chris's story is the big story, that the gangs will understand how they operate better and will be able to avoid more CEO Chris's. The government knows this. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you see where I'm going with this? So when the government has a 6ix9ine, a celebrity witness, when did 6ix9ine get on the stand? Right before CIA Chris. You want to know why? Because the government is saying, look at what I got in this hand, not at what I'm doing with this hand. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what basically happened, I'm just telling you, what basically happened is the government is hoping that everybody keeps saying Tekashi, 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 Tekashi. I keep telling y'all, why do y'all think these rappers keep insisting that Tekashi is the big snitch? I'm not saying Tekashi didn't snitch. Understand what I'm saying? I'm saying, why do you think that they're insisting that Tekashi is the big snitch? Because they want people to forget that CIA Chris exists. Because now what's going to happen when somebody gets down, wants to get one? First of all, stop dealing drugs. Okay. Stop dealing drugs. Okay. Everybody, stop killing our people. Stop dealing drugs. Stop putting that fucking, part of my language, stop putting that heroin on the street. Stop putting that dope on the street. Stop it. Please. Stop. I'm not an advocate for putting drugs on the street. Let's just be clear on that. I'm not advocating let the drug dealers deal drugs. I'm not advocating that. What I'm saying is this. In this particular situation, and in a lot of other situations, people get caught up that don't even have nothing to do with it. The government will send an innocent person to jail just to make sure that they get 2 or 3 people that they want. They'll want 2 or 3 people, and they'll send 4 and 5 innocent people to jail. Or they'll want 2 and 3 people, and they'll send 4 or 5 people to jail for more time than they should be getting, just so they could get that 2 or 3 people. In this case, the government sent a whole bunch of people to jail, right? But they didn't get the people they wanted. Okay? They had to close their investigation early. So not only didn't they get everybody that they wanted, on top of that, in addition to that, they didn't get the people that they got for all the crimes that they wanted to get them for. Now, with that being said, I'm going to explain this. Roe murder. Listen to me. Listen to me. Roe murder was in court. His lawyer was trying to say something. His lawyer was trying to pretend like Roe murder was never going to commit another crime. That's what your lawyer's supposed to do. Shout out to that dude. That's a whole fact. Your lawyer's supposed to be up there like, yo, look, judge, he wasn't selling drugs. Those was Girl Scout cookies. You understand what I'm just keeping it in stack. Your lawyer's supposed to be trying to get you off with whatever truth or lie he can uncover. And that's a whole fact. So I'm not making fun of the lawyer when I'm saying that. I'm just explaining. The lawyer tried to make it seem like Roe murder had no intentions on ever doing anything illegal again. And I'm not saying that he had anything illegal planned. But the judge said, yo, if they didn't have to shut down the case early, Roe murder already was agreed to make a drop-off to some undercover cops. So basically, I don't know how much time Roe got. I forgot. I think they gave him what? 62 months? That's what they gave him, right? 62 months, right? Imagine how much they would have gave him if he would have did that next drug deal. Imagine how much time Roe murder would have got if 6ix9ine does not go on the Breakfast Club and Roe murder does that next drug deal. Because they, at that point, they was going to get picked up at one point or another. Think about that for a minute. And I don't think it would have worked. I don't think it would have worked. But after that, you know they was going to try to squeeze Roe murder, right? I don't think it would have worked. But you know they would have tried to squeeze Roe murder, right? At some point they would have brought him in. They would have had to talk to him. Yo, we about to hit you with life. Mark says, my prediction, Tekashi is going to end up reconcile with Shadi and end up taking care of Shadi's family and his commissary. I think you spelled commissary wrong, man. But yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not Tekashi. I'm not Shadi. That's not, I don't see enough right there for me to be able to make a decision on that. But I tell you this much. If Tekashi came out and started putting money on these guys' books, that whole situation looks different. That whole situation. First of all, Sammy the Bull snitched, right? He's part of the mob, not a gang. Right? Right? What dude is trying to say is that black people snitch. The guy that's saying gang people snitch. He's trying to say it's black people that snitch. Come on, man. We already know the codes. It's okay, though. Don't kick them. We already know the codes. It's okay, though. Yeah, he probably can't do that. That's a fact. Hey, I'm gonna need a second. What in the hell? I'm gonna need a second. The fuck is this? Part of my language. I don't want to do none of that. You ever go to do something and then you try to go into something and they like do this other thing first? I don't want to do none of that. Why are you trying to make me do stuff? What the hell is going on over here? Hold on. First, shout out to Drama. Shout out to everybody out there in MCC.
Crazy, man.
Right back.
Niggas talking about they cutting food stamps off, nigga. Huh? Niggas, you crazy, man. You know what type of havoc you about to cause in New York City, nigga? Huh? You crack a motherfucker, huh? I can't take another rainy day. Trump got a nigga fucked up on his rainy day. He trying to stop all movement. Workers called out just to slow down the movement. I'm still robbing niggas. Fuck the bullshit. I got a full clip and 2 kids to feed. I lose my life before I watch my kids change. Rob a bank, armor truck, life behind bars. I gotta get it, just don't mix me with that rap shit. Trying to trick the industry, front door backwards. Niggas getting check for check for that corny shit. I'm talking real shit, Tommy Hill figure shit. I fuck with gang niggas, niggas that really bang. Red flag, blue flag, road murder gang. Niggas beefing over money, that's another niggas. Red hair, yellow hair, he ain't fucking with. Indictment came down, got a nigga shaking. We don't bend, no we fold, we're setting the ring. Death row, he thought it was, but it really wasn't. Now you got a bunch of thugs sitting up for nothing. Everybody. I don't give a fuck, homie, this is what you want. I don't give a fuck, homie, this is what you want. I don't give a fuck, homie, this is what you want. This is what you want, homie, this is what you want. I don't give a fuck, homie, this is what you want. I don't give a fuck, homie, this is what you want. I don't give a fuck, homie, this is what you want. This is what you want, homie, this is what you want. I'm from the city where niggas never sleep. After our game, Kirby, you know I'm 100 deep. I do whatever it takes to watch my family eat. I don't give a fuck, suck my dick and fuck Trump. It's the first of the month. I need my food. I'm tired of dealing with this dope, with that blue matic. I'm killing niggas, my own type of people. I got a bunch of felonies, so I move in. Stash box gripped up, all my shots count. RP, my brother Trevor took them off the count. Niggas claim they pushing weight, but they playing with an ounce. An ounce, nigga. Y'all niggas playing with ounces, man. I don't give a fuck, homie, this is what you want. I don't give a fuck, homie, this is what you want. I don't give a fuck, homie, this is what you want. This is what you want, homie, this is what you want. I don't give a fuck, homie, this is what you want. I don't give a fuck, homie, this is what you want. I don't give a fuck, homie, this is what you want. This is what you want, homie, this is what you want. What you want, what you want, what you want.
Download the full high definition beat after purchase.
For everybody that don't know, that was Drama Treyway. That's not me. That's Drama from Treyway. He's actually in the indictment. He hasn't gotten sentenced yet. We actually did an interview with him. We're gonna be doing another interview with him after his sentencing also. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot he's gonna say that y'all want to hear. I'm pretty sure all of those guys got a lot that everybody want to hear. That's right. Shout out to Drama. Shout out to Crippy. That's a fact. Shout out to Mel Murder. That's a fact. Shout out to all the homies. Free all the homies, man. What y'all talking about? Shout out to Sex Money also. That's a fact. Shout out to Mr. Sex Money over here. Appreciate you, my brother. We're gonna have we're gonna get right back to this Tekashi conversation, but I need to take a real quick break, and then we're gonna come back with another individual that's actually went on one of these trips. So I'm gonna show y'all a real quick clip, and then we're gonna be right back.
So much legal, legitimate things that we could do if we, like, you know, completely abstain from all this criminal activity and shit. And the reason that I still identify with the name of Doing Good is because I want them to see that if we can do good, you understand what I'm saying? Why won't you attribute that to him like you attribute the negative?
That's a whole fact.
If we can change, why won't you take into consideration that he can change?
All right, once again, we're right here back. Actually, we're speaking with Pablo. What's up, Pablo?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Chilling, you already know. Real quick, so you went on one of these trips to the Dominican Republic, correct?
Yeah, it was amazing, man.
Okay, so just because I'm curious, what was your favorite part?
My favorite part, I had to pick one because I like the whole trip, was the limo ride on the way to the hotel.
Okay.
That was fun, man.
I'm assuming the limo had alcohol in it?
So it had everything: alcohol, champagne,
ladies,
beers.
Let me be quiet. He might have went with his wife. Let me take that back. Hey.
Shut up.
So I actually seen some pictures. You went on a couple of the excursions. What did you think about those?
The 4-wheelers was fun. They took us to like this private beach. We took pictures, and then we did this. Like, we got like a whole boat for us. Even though I got seasick, but I still have fun.
That's what it is. I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Just trying not to burn my house down. Now, what happened? I get in all types of different shenanigans. It doesn't even make any sense, yo. Anyway, so you said you got seasick.
Yeah, when we got on, like, we got this private boat for us.
Wait, stop everything. Y'all got a private boat.
Yep, a private boat for us.
Who organized this private boat?
Charles, yo, he was the man behind everything. Treated us amazing.
It sounds like we need to have this Charles guy come back on the show once again so he can explain to us his witchcraft.
Yeah, man. Charles is good, man. He makes sure everybody's happy. Everybody's well taken care of. Great guy.
Okay. So how many times did you go out there? Just once?
Yeah. Well, I'm Dominican, but I never been to that part of the resort. I always go to the hood, and I can't believe it in my own country. I had so much fun. Yeah, man.
So hey, hold on. So you are Dominican,
I'm Dominican, yeah,
and
but I
you've
never
never
experienced that.
say it again.
I never experienced what I experienced that day. Well, that whole week.
Yeah, for everybody that don't know, it's a week. It's 5 nights. For everybody that don't know, it's 5 nights. You're gonna be getting the giveaway is for 5 nights in the Dominican Republic. You're gonna be flown out there, then you're gonna be flown back home. Anywhere on the planet, also. So if, I don't care what country you're in, you can't be like, oh man, I'm in Australia. I guess I'm exempt. No, anywhere in the country. I mean, on the planet.
Wow.
Just so we could be clear on this. So real quick. So how was the food?
Oh my God, the food, 5 star steak. There's this restaurant that gives you like anything you could think of, lobster, just everything. Coffee bar, private pool. It was just amazing. VIP, everything.
Oh wow, that was dope.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Just
I can't wait to.
sushi,
I can't wait to
man.
go out there and do my show from out there. I can't wait.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
I'm taking my
they
show
got
out
the
there.
camera.
I'm taking morning coffee and I'm taking the Tonight Show out there. That's a whole fact.
Yeah, there's this spot by the beach. You could set up your camera, and you're good to go, man. And it's safe too, so you can have everything out there, no harm.
Okay, and we also gonna, for everybody that don't know, we're also gonna do segments like when we do go on these excursions and everything. We're also gonna be doing segments, and they're gonna be put right up on the channel. And so, you feel me?
Cool.
Yeah, man. All right. So, anything you want to go out with that you think that is something that would be dope if we knew that I probably neglected to ask you?
First of all, start buying them tickets right now, because if you win, you're gonna be satisfied, man. And I don't know, it's just everything was just so smooth, like, and the week went by so fast because we had so much fun. Yeah, man. So you won't regret it.
All right. One more last question. How was the rooms?
Oh my God, humongous. You had a walk-in closet. Your bathroom looked like a whole entire one bedroom in New York City.
Dang.
It was just crazy.
Dang.
It was big, big. And the fridge full of beers and anything you could think of.
Okay, so there's this the thing that people still remember about the situations that was happening last year. At this particular resort, do you see there any reason for anybody to have any fears?
Nah, it's like so safe, and it's like enclosed. It's big, man. Like you could walk around there freely without having to worry about anything. There's security guards like in every corner, so you don't have to worry about nothing happening over there.
Okay. Just to let everybody know it's safe.
The guy that they going with, Charles, that's the guy that took me. He made sure we was all good. So
I keep hearing it's like he knows everybody down there.
Yeah, he's like they welcome him like if he's this big shot. And he really is. I was like, man, who is this guy that we with, man? Yeah, man. So it was good, man.
All right, that's what it is. Appreciate you, my brother.
No problem. Thanks for having me, man.
That's what it is. We're gonna let you know when them tickets is available.
Yeah, let me know. I'm buying at least 5 of them.
Later.
You never know.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Hit him with his bags and shit. I'm sorry about that, man. I just be hanging up on fools. Yo, anybody ever been in one of my IG lives and I just hang up? I can't help it. I hit people with their bags. It'd be time to go. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, all right, Alan Heist, we have had enough of you. You're just divisive. And you want the only thing that's gonna come out of your mouth is something negative. So we're gonna let you go. You could have been I just kicked him. He's just divisive. He's just one of those trolls that come in and act like they cool. But at the same time, any topic that comes up, he's gonna try to steer it in a negative way. So yo, can we see some bags and we're not calling nobody bitch asses, all right? We're not doing that. We're not doing that. As you can see, I can't even have even a slight opinion about anything without people losing their shit and talking about I'm attacking them. So, what up, Nitro? People was always talking about I'm attacking them when I'm not, so there's nothing I can do. Then they go to their channel and they be like, BBN is talking about me, and I really didn't say anything. Knicks is losing at the half. Shout out to the Knicks. You ain't calling my phone. How wrong with you? Can't be calling my phone. My phone is right here. Ain't shit ringing. So he lying to people. My phone is right here. Ain't shit ringing. That nigga lying to people. That's all they can do is lie. I don't even want to talk to him. I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to talk to him because I don't want to talk to him because I ain't say nothing worth anybody coming at me saying anything weird. So the fact that the individual did that, they already had some kind of built up animosity. So I don't got nothing to say to you. You gotta look, my phone is right here. What are you talking about? Free Nuke, yo. Free Nuke. What up? Shout out to Nuke. Shout out to Crippy. Shout out to Bat. Shout out to Drama. Shout out to Mel. Shout out to Hov. Look, my phone is right here, man. What the fuck? Anybody calling me? Look. Who's calling me? I only got one phone, man. Who calling me? I don't got two phones. I got one phone. What are you talking about? Nah, we're not doing that. I can't stand when people lie on me. Is that some kind of joke? I don't do the lying on me thing. I got one phone. This one right here. I need to get two phones. I used to have two phones. Shit is old. It died. How the fuck he got my number? I don't even know this dude. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. Anyway. Yeah, fuck, you get my number. Anyway, no, he's probably lying and forgot him on live. I don't know what the people are just liars. I don't know. I keep telling y'all, people just lie. People, I'm gonna tell you what it is. There's so many people that just believe any lie that people say about me that they will just lie and they could just lie. That's why I don't want to never talk about no other YouTube content creators. Because you can literally just lie anything and people are just gonna believe it. This shit is weird. Of course he got people over here watching for my content so they can take it back to him so he can redo the same so he can steal my content. But I don't even care. I don't even want to talk about that. I don't even care. Anyway, back to the CEO Chris thing. So let's get back to the CEO. I don't want to talk about that. I don't care about that. Like, I really don't care. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I think people don't really understand. It's like, look, they want to argue over the internet. I don't want to argue over the internet. You understand what I'm saying? They want to act like they want to fight. I'm not saying I'm out here. I'm not trying to do nothing with nobody. But they want to act like, pick up what? Ain't nobody calling me. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Oh man, I hate these internet dudes. Like, you don't understand how, like, not all of y'all, you know what I'm saying? But you don't understand. It says some of y'all just don't like y'all. And I'm not saying that, like, I don't, but, like, this clout chasing shit is retarded. This clout chasing shit is retarded. Can we get off of that weirdo shit? Anybody come in here and say Jimmy Jam's name, please kick him. Anybody ever? I don't care if they come. I don't care if they say. I don't care if they say they don't like him. If that name ever comes up in my chat, I want them kicked immediately. I don't care for what. I don't care if Obama comes in here and say that he wants to try to bring peace. I want him kicked. Period. All right, so let's get to it. So this is what I'm talking about, right? So this is what I think people don't understand. The reason why they had to have 6ix9ine take the stand was because they don't want people to realize that the real person that was doing their work, because 6ix9ine wasn't working with them. 6ix9ine was not working with them. 6ix9ine worked with them after the fact. After the fact, 6ix9ine started working with them. Feel me? I'm not saying he wasn't working with them at all. Let me just clear that up. After the fact, 6ix9ine started working with them. Freaking CEO Chris was working with them the whole time. I'm telling you right now, they're trying to figure out a way to get CEO Chris involved in another gang somewhere so he can help take people down. What everybody needs to be doing is, you know what? I need a picture of CEO Chris so I can start showing his picture every single time. Because what people need to be doing is, people need to start knowing who CEO Chris is so they can't send him back to work. Because once they can't send CEO Chris back to work to try to get another gang tied up, they're going to sit his ass right up in jail and make him do his time. You feel me? Once they don't have no use for him no more, once they can't use him no more, once they can't throw him out there in the street somewhere and get him to take some gangs down, once they can't do that, what they're going to do is they're going to send him right to jail and keep him locked up somewhere. I'm telling you. But once they can't find nowhere to send him, everybody knows him. Because you got to remember, it's not like CEO Chris can go infiltrate skinheads. It's not like CEO Chris could go infiltrate skinheads. He can't. They're gonna have to go send CEO Chris to an urban community and try to infiltrate an urban organization. That's what they're gonna have to do. Unless he catches Vitiligo. He's so stupid. Yeah, they're gonna have to get him to go into an urban gang and try to get him to get caught up and to get some urban gang caught up. That's what they're gonna have to do. Now, with that being said, stop selling drugs. Stop poisoning the fucking community. Period. And we wouldn't have to worry about CEO Chris's. I'm just saying. That's my position. I'm not mad at you because I understand why a lot of people do what they do. When you see, a lot of people don't understand how it is to live in the hood, right? So now you're living in the hood, right? But you live in somewhere where the ceiling is low. The highest you can go is low. Because when you go write down on a job application and you write down where you live at, your address, and they know what neighborhood you live in, and they know what neighborhood you live in, they could decide, they use your neighborhood to decide whether they want to hire you or not. You know that's what they used to do? They used to use a zip code. That's how they used to decide on whether they wanted to hire somebody or not. So you be in the hood, you done went to school, got good grades, an upstanding citizen, but you can't even go get a job. Graduated from high school, got a diploma. Remember? It was that you got to get a diploma. Once you get a diploma, you could get a job. Go to school, graduate, get a diploma, but now you still can't get a job because you know why? You live in the middle of the Bronx. You live in a part of Brooklyn. You live in Harlem. So now they don't want to hire you because they don't want to take the chance. So think about that. They mad people out here dealing drugs. But you know how many people wouldn't be dealing drugs if they didn't have to watch their mothers and their fathers struggle at bullshit ass dead end jobs? You know how many people wouldn't be dealing drugs if they didn't have to do something because there was no food in the crib? You know how many people wouldn't be dealing drugs? So yeah, stop dealing drugs. But let's not act or pretend like the situations that people live in isn't creating an atmosphere that is causing for individuals to break the law. Survival is a mother. All right? Survival is a mother. Dupree said, Frost, this cat in my hood graduated a well-known university with a degree in chemical engineering and still got killed while manufacturing drugs. I mean, it's sad for him that he had a degree in chemical engineering and decided to manufacture drugs in the first damn place. But do you understand what the problem is? You see, this is the issue. We're taught, right? This is the problem, right? This is the problem. I'm going to tell you what the problem is. The problem is this. We're taught as a child, people could grow up and be whatever they work for, right? You could be whatever you work for. You work for it, you could be it. That's what we're told as a child, right? And then you have people that while they're being told you can be whatever you work for, while they're being told this, they're busy going home, seeing their mothers, seeing their fathers, coming home beat down from a hard job, working their hardest, could barely put food on the table. Working their hardest, could barely clothe their family. Working their hardest, they got problem with the lights. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to explain something to you. That show Good Times, that was programming. Good Times was programming us to be okay with suffering. And I get it. A lot of people don't understand that that's what that show was doing. But Good Time was programming us to be okay with suffering. Different Strokes was programming us that our only savior could be outside of our race. Do you understand this? See, I think people don't really understand what goes on TV when they're watching TV. People don't really understand what they're watching. You understand what I'm saying? You want to know what freaking what's the name of that show? The Facts of Life was teaching us? The Facts of Life was teaching us that telling women you don't need men. But not in the productive way like you don't need a man, you could do it yourself. But in a way like, you know what? You know what would be dope? If men just wasn't in our lives. But we don't know what we're watching when we're seeing it, because we don't even have the you know, especially when you have a lot of children that's watching these shows, we don't even have the wherewithal to be able to understand what we're participating in. You understand what I'm saying? We don't got the wherewithal. And you want to know the funniest thing? You know, all of those shows that I just named, with the exception of Good Times, was made by the same man. What's his name? Hold on. I'm going to get the guy's name so I can tell you what his name is before we even go any further. Different strokes. I hate the fact that my phone listens to me and I know it's spying on me. I hate the fact that I know that. You ever was talking about something and then before you can even type the word in, your search engine has it already? There's a reason for that. Hold on, let me get the name of this guy that started the show. He started a lot of these shows. A lot of these shows. Starting directed. No, it's the creator. I'm looking for the creator. No, not the creator. Oh man, producer. What's his name? Howard Leeds. That's one. That's the guy. Oh wait, hold on. What's up, my brother? You hear me? Hold on. Yo, what up, my brother? You hear me?
Jack, what's going on, man?
Chilling. What's good?
Ain't nothing, man. Just sitting here relaxing, man. Watching the channel. What's going on, man?
Well, right now I'm talking about the whole conspiracy, not really conspiracy as much as how we were pre-programmed to do the things that we're doing that now they're locking people up and putting them in jail for.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's
and I'm gonna kick this girl because why are you begging on my channel? I don't beg. Get out of here. Yeah, I've been watching her go crazy talking about donate. We don't do that over here. Get out of here. What are you doing? If people want to
donate,
I don't know. If people want to donate, they'll donate. If people don't want to donate, they won't donate. That's just it.
She trying to buy some raffles so she can go to DR and get her new butt, man.
I don't know. Yeah, probably. I don't know. It would be nice if people donated, but nobody is donating. I'm not gonna. What the hell? It is what it is. Maybe nobody thought about it. Maybe today ain't a good day. What the hell do I know?
I'm donating bags of concrete. Hey man. Oh boy, it's a cold world out here. But yeah, you're right though. You're definitely right, man.
Yeah, because look, this is what I think people don't really understand what was really going on in the 80s and in the 70s. First of all, we're not even going to talk about what happened during the Reagan era. Because because that's a whole different conversation. That's hours of conversation right there. The whole what was going on in the Reagan era and how it was. What people don't understand is that like money was like.
Money was pulling out the streets because they was allowing them drugs and crazy. That Reagan era was a hell of an era.
Okay, this is what people got to understand what was happening in the Reagan era. There's this thing called the Iran-Contra scandal. What was basically happening was Reagan was allowing, well, there are a couple of things. Hold on, I'm just going to talk about this one thing. Reagan was allowing for countries to sell drugs inside of our borders in order to fund the war. See, that's what people don't understand when they get mad at all of the black people that was selling drugs. Reagan was allowing, or should I say, just so we can even be even more safe, there's the theory that Reagan was allowing drugs to be sold inside of our borders in order to fund wars. Now, everybody know who Freeway Ricky Ross is?
Yeah.
Freeway Ricky Ross even speaks about how the CIA or the Feds, FBI, I don't know who, but how one of those organizations was allowing was actually giving him the drugs for him to sell in the community because there was a war somewhere else that they were funding.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so that's what you got to understand. One of the things that there's a lot of things that that the world right now uses that they got from Germany. I'm talking about Nazi Germany, by the way. There are a lot of different aspects, a lot of different things that people use or that countries use that they got from Nazi Germany, and one of those things was propaganda.
Torture.
No, wait, before we get there, propaganda.
Yeah.
Nazi Germany perfected propaganda, and that's how Hitler became, the ruler or whatever the hell the Führer or whatever he was over there.
Mm-hmm.
They perfected propaganda, and I'm gonna explain. So when we watch TV and you think you're just watching a show, no, that's not what's going on. Especially during times like when Reagan was president and when Nixon was president. And even when Jimmy Carter was president, they would put in because this is when they really perfected the craft. You understand what I'm saying? Like they were trying to get it going on before then, but they didn't really perfect the craft until around that time. And look at the shows that they had out there. Just think about it. Think about the shows that they have out there.
Yeah, you're right.
They had Different Strokes that was basically talking about how basically training us to believe that we can't save ourselves from our situation. We needed someone outside of our ethnicity, outside of our race to come save us from our situation. Then they had this is before the Reagan era, but it was Good Times, which absolutely 100%. I get it. People love Good Times. It's a black show. I get it. But listen to the lyrics of Good Times. They're talking about standing on soup lines. How the hell is that a good time? Listen, hold on. Let's get the lyrics to Good Times for a minute. Just so I could, do you understand what I'm saying? Oh shoot, my shit say 1%. Hey, my phone about to hang up on you, yo. That shit said 1%.
Oh man. If it do, just hit me back.
All right, come
on. Go ahead, charge it up.
I plugged it in, but I'm not gonna do nothing with it because if I use any power, then it's gonna. But mind control. If I use any.
Won't you go ahead and get a little charge and I'll call back in?
All right, copy.
All right.
But remember that Good Times. Oh, I got a computer right in front of me. I'm an idiot. Hey, shout out to Aussie Nate, I missed it. It's keeping a $5 drive alive. That's not a $5 drive. That's a $2 drive. $5 drive alive, close enough. He says, salute, Jack Frost. Appreciate you, my brother. I'm sorry I didn't see it when you put it up. I don't know what I was doing. Hold on. I want to show y'all something. I'm going to explain something to y'all. Listen to the lyrics of Good Time. Good Times. No, I want them. Let me get an image of them. Could I blow that up? Let me save image. Hold on. I want to, because I'm trying to explain. Like, this was really, and not for nothing, but homeboy is from the Bronx. Jimmy, JJ Evans, I forgot his name. Jimmy, whatever his name was. He's actually from the Bronx. He's from part of the Bronx I was in. It says, listen to the lyrics. Watching while some old friends do a line. Listen to what I just said. Wait, is this the show? Wait, watching while young go to jail on TV. Guess it's a single man to do it. No. This is something else. I was about to say, what in the hell? I don't remember it being that bad. Oh, man. Good Times. Did I put TV show? Lyrics from show Good Times. What the fuck are they doing? All right, so they're gonna show me the lyrics to everything else other than the damn Good Times. Anyway, I can't find the damn lyrics to Good Times. But the point is, if you've seen the damn show Good Times, you know what the fuck I'm talking, part of my language. You know what I'm talking about if you've seen the show Good Times. Listen to the lyrics. I don't want to play the lyrics because if I play the lyrics, then 9 times out of 10, they're gonna take all my money. I'm not gonna be able to make that off the video. So I can't play the lyrics for you. I wish I could. Yes, I had to go back to the chat donations and see it. So one person did donate. Shout out to them. Sorry I missed it. But you got to understand, like, this is what's going on. Like, people don't understand what's going on. So when I see individuals locked up right now in jail and people try to tell me they did wrong because they sold drugs, I'm saying, yeah, let's get the drugs out the community. I'm right 100% with that. But why don't we start making living affordable? Why don't we make it so that you have to pay people enough money for them to be able to survive in New York City? We talk about New York City. Think about it. Think about all the people that got jobs that there's no way that you could have an apartment in New York City. This is New York City. All right? You could go try to get a freaking, what do you call one of those things? You could go try to get a freaking 1-bedroom apartment. You're gonna probably spend like $1,700 for a 1-bedroom apartment. You go try to get a freaking a studio. You're gonna be spending like $1,500, $1,200 on a damn studio. Yeah, studio apartment. That's one huge ass room. You could probably see your toilet from your bed. Spending like $1,200. So how are you gonna tell me? That we got people that live in New York City where the rent is kind of high and the minimum wage, you can't live here, but you need the people here, because how you going to run the jobs and the businesses? You understand what I'm saying? So they know what they doing. And when I say they, I don't mean the police officer. He's just doing his job. I don't mean the district attorney. He's just doing his job. I'm talking about the individuals that's making the laws and they out here grandstanding like they care about people. They know what they doing. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to be mad at a police officer that arrests a person for breaking the law. I'm not going to be mad at you. I'm not going to be mad at a district attorney that goes and does his job the appropriate way without trying to put people in jail for crimes that they didn't do. I'm not going to be mad at that guy. I'm not going to be mad at the the little old lady down the block, or the regular normal grown man that got a family, or the guy that ain't a part of no type of foolishness and they call the police. I'm not going to be mad at those guys. They doing what they supposed to be doing. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, you was doing the lyrics? Good times, anytime you meet a payment. Good times, anytime you need a friend. Good times, anytime you're out from under, not getting hassled, not getting hustled, keeping your head above water. Think about that for a minute. You like this, about to drown, but your head's above water, and you're like, oh man, these are good times. These are good down here. Try not to drown. Your head's right up. Oh man, that ain't good times. Get out of here with that. You know what good times is? When you on your back like this, just floating. That's good times. Good times ain't when you like, oh, good times. This is good times. That's not good times. The hell? I'm assuming you put the other lyrics up there too, Jim C. Oh, somebody else did. Come on, man. Temporary layoffs? How is any kind of layoff a good time? Times easy credit ripoffs? Good times? Scratching and surviving? How is that? You see what they got us doing? That's what wasn't I just trying to explain that to you? They got us believing that we're supposed to be suffering. Think about that. They're convincing a whole generation that they're supposed to be suffering. You're supposed to be suffering. When we were slaves, black people were slaves. What did they teach us then? We were supposed to be slaves. We're supposed to be slaves. That's what they taught us then. They took all the chapters out of the Bible that said anything other than be obedient to your master. They gave us that book. We're supposed to be happy to be slaves. What's Good Times telling us? We're supposed to be happy to be at the bottom. Yeah, I'm just keeping my head above water. Nah, it's not meant to be sarcastic. No chant is meant to be sarcastic. That's a chant. It's not meant to be sarcastic. I'm not going to speak about how the irony, if you want to use that word, even though I'm not using it totally appropriately, but I'm using it in a manner that people will understand. I'm not going to speak about the irony of a Heather Walters coming in here and saying that a song that's putting black people on the low rung, and she's saying that it's meant to be sarcastic. I'm not going to explain the irony in that. Ain't we lucky we got them? That's programming. Sanford and Son too, absolutely. Sanford and Son was teaching us how to live in filth, for one. Big Hat says the government put drugs and guns in the hood to drop the property value. Absolutely. And then they locked everybody up, buy the property, and raise the property value by then moving the police in and moving the crime out. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I'm saying when people get upset at the police officers, no, you get upset at the police officers that's not doing their job appropriately. You get upset at the police officers that's out here shooting people. You get upset at the police officers that's out here putting shit on people that ain't theirs. Get upset at them. You understand? There's enough of them out there to be upset at them about that. That's a whole fact. Get upset at the police officer that knows that his man is doing some weird shit and he's keeping his mouth shut. Get upset at him. I didn't say nothing about not wanting to be happy, Rowdy. What I'm speaking about is we're living in conditions that are below what people should be living in. So you can't expect individuals to not want to bust out by any means necessary. It's called survival. So when I see a person selling drugs, as much as I wish they wasn't, I can understand how we have to figure out a way to get out of our dire situation. That's what I'm talking about, Rowdy. You obviously made it in here late and have no idea what I'm talking about. Easy credit ripoffs. Good times. Scratching and surviving. How is that good times? But they're gonna have people that's gonna try to convince us anything else other than not let us wake up. Homegirl that came in here and said, "Oh, that's just what she said. That's sarcasm." I think she said. Let me go back so I don't want to misquote her. I really don't want to misquote her. I'm sorry about this, y'all. I don't want to misquote her. I think she said sarcasm. Yeah, she said sarcastic. Oh, with a question mark. Pardon me. I think it's meant to be sarcastic, and she put a question mark there. All right, you put a question mark there. I didn't really pay attention to the question mark before, Miss Heather Walters. So you was asking the question, even though it wasn't phrased as a question, but you put a question mark there. So what I'm gonna say is, one, I'm gonna apologize for not noticing the question mark. I apologize about that. But no, that was not meant to be sarcasm at all. They know what they're doing. Yeah. And just think about, oh, what's another one? What's happening? Do y'all remember what's happening? Everybody is talking about male toxic masculinity, right? Think about this for a minute. Everybody's talking about toxic masculinity, right? I want you to go back and watch what's happening. I want y'all to just look at what's happening, right? All you got to do is watch one show of what's happening, maybe any show. All of them dudes is as effeminate as they come. All of them dudes is effeminate as they come. Rerun, Raj, and what's the other one name? Started with a D. God dang it, that came off wrong. But you know what I'm talking about. Rerun, Raj, and forgot the other guy's name. Dwayne. Those guys is effeminate as crazy. It's crazy how effeminate those guys are. But those are the people that we put on TV in order to because you to encourage, because you got to understand, whatever goes on TV encourages the next generation. Y'all do know that, right? Y'all do know that every single thing. What's over there? Okay, I have a candle over there burning, and then like I'm like, what the hell? What's that fire and shit? It's candle. I wasn't going at you, Rowdy. I'm just saying I think you missed the beginning of the conversation. And then I just left it at that. So I don't know what to say. Propaganda. Thank you. The game is rigged. So I just said that you must have missed the beginning of the conversation. That's all I said, Rowdy. All of the other stuff that I was saying after that wasn't aimed at you. You shouldn't have felt that way. If you felt that way, I should have phrased myself better. All right. Always removed their logo. Yep, due to a transgender act. First of all, and I'm not trying to be funny. This is not funny. Isn't always for protection when females have their period? Is that what always is for? Can somebody answer that for me? What is always for? Always is for females for when they get their period. That's the pad that they use, right? That's what that is. So why would they want to take the female sign? Not that I don't think they need the female sign on there. I mean, obviously we know what it's for. You don't need a female sign on there. This just be clear. They don't need the sign on. They take the sign off. It's not doing nothing whether the sign is on or off. So that's neither here nor there. But I want to know. So is it the females that are now still having their period that don't want to buy a product because it's too feminine? Wasn't there a joke about how men didn't want to buy tampons and women products. Now women don't want to buy tampons and women products. I'm not trying to make jokes of this. But is that what you're telling me? Is that where we're at now? Are we at a point in human history where people that were born females don't want to buy products that were made for females? I mean, once again, take the female sign off. I mean, that don't mean nothing. I mean, we all know what the product is. Take the sign off, whatever. I mean, but do you understand what I'm trying to say? And if I'm correct, when you're a female transitioning over to a man, don't you take pills that stop your menstruation? I mean, I don't know this. I mean, this would be something that I would have to, somebody would have to, I would have to be taught, obviously, because I don't know this. But I'm assuming there's when you're changing from a woman to a man, you have to take some kind of hormones, right? And I'm assuming that the hormones is probably gonna prevent your period from happening, because as far as I know, birth control pills can also prevent your. There's other things. There's other things that females could take that could stop their menstruation, right? So I would assume taking testosterone would definitely do the same thing, right? We're not making fun of people that have decided that they wanted to take to change their. So please, we're not doing that. We're not making fun of people. We're not making fun of anybody that chooses to live an alternative lifestyle. We're not making fun of anybody that's part of the LGBT community. If we see anybody doing that, let's not hit them with their bags first. Let's throw them on right in the corner. Put them on the corner. Anybody that comes in here and they want to make fun of people in LGBT community, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put them in the corner. All right, because maybe they don't understand the importance of us trying to have community with individuals and not degrading individuals. And actually, after we hit them with 1 or 2 timeouts, matter of fact, 2 or 3 timeouts, maybe we don't have to lose them indefinitely. On top of that, this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month for everybody that don't know. But my point is that remember when on movies and TV shows they made all the jokes about how men don't want to buy feminine products? Now you're telling me that women don't want to buy feminine products? Or people who are born women don't want to buy feminine products? I mean, you could literally, you're just buying the damn thing. It don't even, the only person that knows that you are the one using it is you. You could be taking it home to your significant other. Yes, LGBT Three's Company was pushing a certain agenda that had to deal with Three's Company was a show that was geared more towards people who did not necessarily feel like they were feel comfortable in the skin that they were born in. Oh, my fault. I didn't mean to kick him. Okay. No. Please don't say that guy's name in there. Please do not say that. I unhit you. Please don't say that guy's name in here. I'm not playing with none of those people. I don't want to talk about none of those people. I don't want none of those people to come up on my channel. I unhit you, Kwame. Kwame, I apologize about that. I don't want to. We're not doing that. This is crazy. Nah. I apologize, Kwame. I apologize. I just saw dude name and hit you, and then I read the message. Okay, so this is what I think a big problem that we have is this whole all inclusive thing. I think that this is just me talking. This is just my opinion. I think that a lot of okay, I'm gonna say it like this. Forget the agenda thing. We're not gonna talk about gays and straights and what do they call us? They call us straights? I don't know what they call us. What's the derogatory term that a gay person might call a straight person? You're straight? Oh man, I hate them straights. I don't know. Get jokes and shit. They get jokes and shit. But what they gotta have a derogatory term for us. I wanna find out what the derogatory term that gays call straight people. I wanna know. I'm dead serious too. I wanna know. I really do. They call us breeders. Okay, so now I know. They call us breeders. Alright, cool. Alright, so oh man. Alright, so this is something I want to say. There are a lot of people who are confused about their nationality. I don't think All in the Family was racist. I actually think All in the Family was empowering. I actually think that the Jeffersons was empowering. I don't think All in the Family was racist. All in the Family was genius. Yeah. All in the Family was genius. The hell is the game is rigged arguing about? Y'all guys, do y'all who's he arguing with? What up, Flex Vlogs? I don't take flu vaccines. I don't trust them. But All in the Family was not racist at all. I think All in the Family was uncovering racism more than anything else. I think that the Jeffersons allowed. Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all a story, right? So there was a point in my life. I probably was about 6, 7 years old, right? And I used to always watch the Jeffersons with my father, right? Because they used to come on, I think, at 7:30 on Channel 7, right? 7 o'clock was Jeopardy. I used to watch Jeopardy every day, right? So they used to come about 7:30 about 7:30 on channel 7. So and it was the time used to come on channel 11 at night, but that's a whole nother story. So I used to watch it with my pops. And that's one of the first shows I ever watched with my father that my father was all in. You know, my father grew up, when I was growing up, my father worked a really, really hard job. My father had to leave school like in the 3rd or 4th grade because he had to go get a job because he had sisters and a mother to help support. My father's from the South. All right? So my father's just a working man. Always been a working man my whole life. Hard working man. All right. My father actually, he has like weightlifting trophies, and I think he has like a record in the Guinness Book World of Records for like benching or something like that. Like real talk, I'm not even joking. Like he's like he got like a record, like the Guinness Book of World Records. He has like a course like for his age group or something like that benching. I think he benched like 350 or something like that, 350, 360, something like that. He old, like, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So that's one of the first shows that I watched with my pops, and my pops was all in. And whenever George Jefferson told those whiteys, and I'm saying whiteys because that's what George called them. I'm not saying whiteys because I'm racist. Let me just say that. But whenever George Jefferson did that, I can see my father vicariously living through him. And I'm going to say this much. If I would have watched the bunkers first, if I would have been watching the bunkers, I forgot the name of the damn show now, first, and I didn't watch the Jeffersons first, I don't know if I would have the same opinion of Archie. But Archie was an absolute racist. But if you look at the way that that show was constructed, All in the Family, thank you. If you look at that way that that show was constructed, it was always constructed to show that Archie is wrong about everything. Think about that for a minute. The way the show All in the Family was constructed was to show that Archie was wrong about everything. Edith was always right. And she was a damn airhead. The daughter was always right. And she was a whatever the hell she was. The son-in-law was always right. And he was a damn hippie. Archie was always wrong. And he was the racist. That show wasn't racist. That show was so far ahead of its time. So now when you look at I saw the Jeffersons first, and I watch the Jeffersons every day. Like, I bet this is something that a lot of people might not notice. You ever notice that the couch on the Jeffersons is different, like almost every show? It's like they had a fucking, I don't even understand why they had different couches on the Jeffersons all the time. The shit was crazy. Another thing that you might not notice about the Jeffersons is every single show, George Jefferson went back there and got a drink. There was always a bar in the show because the bar was right behind the couch. And the couch was in every shot damn year when it was in the house. There was a lot of stuff going on in the Jeffersons that we just wasn't paying attention to. They made it a point to have the bathroom right next to the front door. They could have had the bathroom around the back somewhere. If you watch the Jeffersons, watch how often that bathroom door is open. This is just little stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Just little stuff. Now check this out. Guess who else was always wrong? George. George was always wrong, but he was a hard worker. And he had a good heart. I forgot what was the couple upstairs, the interracial couple. I forgot their names. Something with a D, I think. The drum, no, something with a D. I don't think it was the Drummets. Shout out to Rob G Films. $2 drive, Force of Truth. Appreciate you. This is just stuff I be thinking about. You feel me? I don't just watch TV to watch TV. No, that dude that was single was the dude next door. That was the Willises. There you go. But what was Willis's the dude that lived next door was the dude from Europe, Helen and Tom. There you go. Why did I think it was a D? The dude that lived next door, I forgot his name, but he was from England or some shit. George went in on everybody. George had a small man complex, but he was also black. He was the angry black guy. And you want to know the irony of all of that? When he lived next door to the freaking to these dudes, yep, Zoe Kravitz's grandmother, that's a fact. When he lived next door to all my family, all in the family, I don't think he was an angry black guy back then. I think, he was like, pissed off. He lived next to a racist guy. But he ain't really become the angry black guy until the Jeffersons. He's an angry black guy. I just pay attention, man. Appreciate you, Rob G Film. I just pay attention. I don't allow for people to dictate to me shit. I'm fortunate. I went to PS59 in the Bronx. And I'm fortunate that one of the things that they taught us how to do was to think. They don't teach our children how to think anymore. And I'm fortunate that I went to that school at that time period where they had those teachers there, with the exception of Miss Pinkerton. She was maybe one of the most evilest people I've ever come across in my life. I was a little child, and I was a child that was, I'm not even going to talk about it, but she was just evil. I think she's the principal now, so shout out to that. But I was just so fortunate because they taught me how to think. Shout out to Miss Bethel. Shout out to, that's the only teacher name I can remember in that school besides Miss Pinkerton. Shout out to all the good teachers out there. Shout out to all of the underappreciated teachers out there. Shout out to all the teachers out there that gotta stop off at the stores to go buy school supplies to help their students out because the fucking schools ain't supplying them with enough tools to teach. Shout out to all those teachers. It's a fact. It's getting late. We're gonna call it a night. It's about 2 o'clock. I mean, it's 2 hours in. We're gonna call it a night. Yo, look, I love y'all, yo. I grew up in the Bronx, man. I grew up in a school that there was barely any black kids in my school. To be honest with you. I think sometimes people misconceive. Often I hear I like light skinned girls. I think I probably do like light skinned chicks, but that's all I grew up around. I grew up around Puerto Rican girls for the most part, Puerto Rican and Dominican. I grew up in the Bronx, So a lot of my early going to school and seeing females and thinking they were cute, you know, a little kid looking at a girl, he, I like her, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They was Puerto Rican or Dominican. But the girl I had the biggest crush on in the school was black. Her name was Leslie Rush. Shout out to Leslie Rush, wherever she at. I had the biggest crush on her. Scared to death to talk to her. But I had the biggest crush on her. That's a whole fact. She was cute, but she had like an attitude. I think that's what I liked. I mean, she was really cute, but she had like an attitude too. You know what I'm saying? Like, she knew she was the shit. Anyway, shout out to Leslie. That's a fact. We gotta encourage each other to be better than we gotta encourage each other to be our best person we can be. I try my hardest to do my best, right? I get tired, I get overwhelmed. Everybody gets tired, everybody gets overwhelmed. And that's why we gotta try our best to be the best we can be when we can't be our best. Because we don't never know who we're encouraging. We don't never know who we're helping. We don't never know who is just having that moment, that time, in that space. You just never know. You don't never know how sometimes a kind word could change somebody's whole perspective of their situation. My fault. I apologize. I'm talking so low. But you never know. You never know the things that we do or you do in this world that affect somebody else and help them see that light that they never thought they was going to see again. So let's try to do good out there. We're not going to always be able to do good. We're going to fail more times than we're going to succeed. But let's try to do good. Let's try to encourage good. Sometimes we fuck up. Sometimes we got to go get locked up, go to jail for a little while. Got to sit down. That don't mean when you come back out to not try to do better. Because remember, every time we go and put ourselves in a situation, we're suffering, but there's other people that's suffering with us. You got kids, they suffering with you. You got a wife, they suffering with you. You got a mother, they suffering with you. You got a father, they suffering with you. I got a brother that's coming home in a couple of days. Can't wait to see him. Let's do a little bit better. Stop making excuses. Excuses are easy. You wanna know why excuses are easy? Because we can sit around and think of excuses even when we're in the middle of doing other shit. Start working on action. Let's start working on creating an environment for us to be more successful and for us to do better. Let's stop blaming stuff on other people. Let's stop bringing problems to other people. There's tons of things that I would want to say, but I can't. I'm in such a situation where I have to monitor almost every word that comes out of my mouth. Because there's so many people right now that are hoping that I could say something for them to switch around and make it look like I'm doing something I'm not. But I'm not alone. All of you got people that's doing the same thing to you. Every single person right now that's hearing me speak have individuals that's waiting for you to say something, so they could take that thing that you said and turn it into something that it's not. I'm here with you. Probably can't do nothing to help you in that situation, just like you probably can't do nothing to help me in mine. But I'm here for you. With that being said, if you got anybody still awake in your household, please go give them a hug. Tell them you love them. Some of us love people that some of us never. Some of us don't have people. Hug them. Tell them you love them. Let them know. Also, in the morning, please drink water. Trying to clean out these kidneys. Trying to get healthier day by day. In the morning, drink water. That being said, like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.